Team Secret's turn to pick. TNC Predators turn.
Ogre Magi!
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Team Secret's turn to
Legion Commander!
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
TNC Predators.
Life Stealer.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Team Secret's turn to ban.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Team Secret's turn to pick.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
TNC Predators.
Winter Wyvern.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Alchemist.
Choose your hero. Prepare for battle.
You know what's cooking. You know what's cooking. Boom. You know what's cooking. Boom. You know what's cooking. Boom. You know.
All right. Well, on the other side of things, we do have the TNC lineup with the last pick Alchemists. I mean, it's always dangerous when you see these later picks, and you have like a game-winning hero like Alch. Is this a free game for it?
I think it's a very good out game. Like theoretically, as long as you can get past the early game relatively unscathed, it should be a pretty good out game. There's not a ton of burst damage, and that's usually what he hates. There is a good sustainable fight, and if this lifesteal has a very good game, that's the way that I see this Alchemist losing. Like if he gets Deso Armlet and just runs at this Alch and takes these fights, then I could see the Alch losing. But when it comes to these sustained team fights, I think the Alch is very good here.
Absolutely. And I think that's one of the most dangerous things about Team Secret is that we saw the same kind of look from them game 1 and game 2, but they always can go ultra aggressive and run at you if they want to. And they're going to try and pull that off against TNC, while TNC have opted for the later game draft for sure.
And once again, this is going to be actually going to be 2 bounty routes this time.
Oh, Cuckoo. He does.
It's gonna be 3.
He did manage to nab 1, so it's going to be 3 bounty runes for TNC.
Especially for an Alch on your team.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look at that lead already.
I believe Team Secret didn't do more to protect against that bounty advantage.
You'd consider the Ogre going active there, so you could at least get going 3 for 1 against an Alch feels really good when it comes to bounty runes, because then it sets you about even.
Yeah.
But I mean, we'll see. Mid 1 has to do a lot of work in this game too. An early BKB would be a very big pickup for him as well. But again, it's this aggression from the Sven. What I do like about TNC's draft, by the way, is you're forcing Secret to consistently give you a different look. Because I feel like that was OG's failing. Is OG was like, you guys set the tempo, and we'll pick around it. We'll let you guys get your good stuff because we know what exactly you do this round. TNC's like, none of that. Play a completely different game.
Simultaneously, we're going to have TNC. I mean, they've shown in the past that they can play up against aggressive lineups, but they're going to have to show that with a slower kind of line that they know when to be able to to defend towers and really know just to let things go and let Team Secret, when they hit their timing, just take some towers and play for farm.
Yeah, and it feels like by picking the Alk, you put Secret in a position where Secret usually puts teams into, where you have to be aggressive on the map, do things early on, choke out the jungle, and then let them come into you.
Yeah, so they're doing a good job pulling the way behind the tower, and Kuku is trying to do something similar, but it's a lot harder when you're a solo offlaner, because what the safe lane carry does is typically try and just pull the creep wave to match you wherever you go. Kuku does manage to kind of juke it out and will be able to get a creep wave in front of his tower. That's exactly where he wants to be.
Good deny so far from this TA, and she needs to get off to a blazing start.
Yeah. 8-4. To the 4-2, the Alchemist. That just about offsets the early bounty runes advantage that the Alchemist had. You don't even have like a ton of time where you can go and try and gank this Alchemist, because you know he's going to start playing jungle at some point.
Yeah. And you still need to pressure in the other lanes. Like, Kuku's having a really good time here at bottom.
Yeah.
There's so many creeps under the tower that's going to hit into Nisha, so he's getting bloodlusted and he's just trying to aggro, but with this many creeps, it's really hard for Puppey to just right-click Kuku.
Oh yeah, because Lieutenant Commander is already a hero that can man fight against Lifestealer. You have your own source of regen, thanks to Moment of Courage. You're able to take off open wounds with the press the attack, and then you can also remove Ignite as well. So Puppey doesn't even feel that comfortable just going max Ignite and spamming that against you. Zai's gonna be blocked in here, take some damage. Doesn't have press the attack yet, though, so they're going to go for that kill and will be able to get it. That's Nisha with the first blood.
Nice early kill lead for them, and absolutely needed something like that. And this mid lane, this TA is now just starting to crush Armel. He's getting really low. He's got to be careful. He's got to kill this.
Got a healing salve. He can pop it now to get one more hit in. That's enough to survive. A close call.
That's going to ruin his lane here and almost get side-bladed. He's got to be careful about this. Mid one also dipping pretty low here. So Armel's sticking around, but the courier, see, is quite far away from the rest of the base.
He might as well run backwards. Catch the courier when it's halfway through.
I can't believe he was that greedy, though.
Yeah.
For Armel to stay in that position, because if he's able to reset, he was half a second earlier, he pops his self, then he's in a great position against the TA. He'd probably get this next wave straight up, but by going for it right there,
so
he gets the purge.
It's like, I guess he's kind of sticking up and jungling a little bit right now. It's been most of the time trying to shut down Zai with his defensive tri-lane. Gonna go onto Zai again here. Cold embraces himself just to heal up. Imagine he will be fine, but limps back behind the tier 1 tower. Still another 40 seconds till the shrine is up, so he might as well just go back to the fountain.
I think the reason he's doing this is because he knows the Alk is the win condition. Trying to get him in an early lead and just stacking up.
Yeah.
And also, in the laning phase, Treants don't really do too much, I think, to this Lifestealer once he has level. Same with Puppey. Ogre is one of the best support heroes at being able to deal with it. You've got an Ignite. You have 8 armor normally.
Yeah.
Bounty runes are coming up. They need to secure these outside of Secret. It's very, very important.
It'd be worth it for Tims to like almost suicide just to try and get this bounty rune. He's not going to, as Nisha is over to be a little bit too hard, but he will secure 2 for 2.
2 for 2 is perfectly fine as well. Yeah. Anytime you're getting an even trade on a hero like Alk, you're winning.
Alchemist has begun to play jungle now. Or sorry, no, that's Gapster's actually in there in that jungle area. Is he trying to take some of it, or just... Yeah, he actually was taking some of the smaller creeps.
A good idea by
from behind.
The lift.
Trying to go into Armel here. There's going to be the TP in from the Furion. Cancels it and sees Armel. It's going to be fine. He's got a healing salve too, so he's not going to be out of lane for too long.
Doing a good job of slowing him down right now, mid one. Absolutely crushing the lane phase. Has more than double CS of this Alk. Almost got that solo kill we saw too.
He's got a level and a half over him right now. You know, I was saying the Alchemist is going to be jungling. I thought he was already, but he still does not have that chemical rage. Mid one has gotten too many denies on him.
It's funny how passive these teams look in this matchup against each other, because normally they're very aggressive teams.
Yeah.
But it just feels like they're both reacting to the other's playstyle. TNC saying, like, you guys are normally a greedy team. We can be a greedy team as well. And Secret's like, it almost feels like they're counterpunchers. Like they're gonna wait for you to make the first move in, overcommit, and then take what you give them, turn it around.
Really saw that from the OG series.
Yeah, exactly. And in this game, it's sort of being denied, and that's why we're having a completely different game. That's why we're having these like 1-0 at 6 minutes. Last game we had it like 2-1 at 13, because both teams are just waiting for the other to make the aggressive maneuver.
Right.
And the best part about an Alk is like one way or another, you're gonna get an aggressive game. Like either the Alk's gonna get 6 slotted and start giving out ags and do something about it.
The big things to do about it, you either stop the Alchemist inside of his jungle, but he's playing in the triangle on top of his shrine, so it's not an easy gank. So instead, try and put pressure on the mid lane, see if you could take that mid-tier 1 tower nice and early since the core is missing. But Tims, with his Treant, is able to creep wave off the tower, even get some CS for himself.
And now mid one's gonna go into the jungle here. Try to just farm up as many creeps as he can, and this is gonna trigger the Sven into TPing, and he's gonna get the majority of this though, and now mid one stuck between 2 heroes, but Tims going for the body block, but Sven...
Kuko's gonna come in as well. He does have a duel, so they can actually go for this kill. He's gonna wait a little bit. They burn through the refraction. The Patriot's gonna slow down their damage. It doesn't look like they're gonna get the duel successfully, but they will still kill mid one and punish him for taking that hard camp stack.
And a great TP by the Sven. Was a little bit greedy of him to turn around to finish off the creeps, but Tims was like, over here, I've got the body block going, so Kuku TPs instead. Again, another win condition for Secret though is this niche life dealer.
Yep.
Who can largely ignore, I mean, he has a built-in BKB, so the Radiance won't be nearly as effective against him.
Again, they're gonna go for the Midas build for the Sven. Do you really want to do that? I mean, I feel like you've already got greedy enough with a Legion Commander and an Alchemist.
Yeah, but if you don't punish it, like essentially what you're doing is what Secret forces most teams to do, which is play aggressive or we'll win the game by being able to just build Midases and late game items.
Fortune Zen stun is going to catch him. He does have the Cold Embrace though, so it's going to require the Sven stun to come back in. He does have another round of it though. Man, managed to get the block out with the Sprout as well. Gabby tried to go for the cleave hit. Now it's going to have to cut through the tree to be able to catch Zai. Zai seeing that it's going to move up, but finally spotted, gets in vision, and is storm bolted to death.
You have this Wyvern, which I think is a cool concept, but it does mean that he's not some Sand King that can walk around the map getting kills and setting up on this Alchemist. He's sort of just going to sit there, get levels. He's got 1900 net worth, barely has anything. They're going to protect this mid tower.
He's also kind of a slow hero, to be honest. With the maxed out Splinter Blast build, at least you're going to be able to like defend some towers and do some harassment, but typically the Winter Wyvern core works where you need your level 10 talent first. You need to get the 60 GPM or the 60 extra damage as well as the maxed out Arctic Burn.
And that's what we were talking about at bottom lane where Kuku, he could just get rid of wounds, reset the fight. He has his own lifesteal mechanic, which is just superior at this point against the level 1 beast.
Yeah.
And again, we're seeing Secret kind of forced into a position where their supports don't really have moves to make. This is an identical scoreline to what we saw in the previous game. This time around, though, mid one's had a much better laning phase.
Hey, you can go for the Fate Edict to try and get the deny in the mid tower. Unfortunately, misses it. It's just a little bit late. Gonna go for Kuku here in the bottom lane. Couldn't get close enough for the telekinesis.
The reset here is Yapzor.
Don't let him get that 10-minute bounty rune. Kuku will just run to the other one if they're gonna sit here, or maybe he'll go for the power rune. It's not anywhere they can find. So Secret do manage to grab 3.
This time around, Secret
Invisibility.
a little bit more aggressive here for the bounty runes, and I think it's because of the pressure that they have on them. TNC have a very greedy lineup, though.
Yeah.
You have 2 supports that don't have hard stuns. You have Kuku playing a Legion Commander, which is not a hero that likes playing from behind.
Legion Commander needs to be able to win his lane and then start building up some of the dual damage, even then doesn't really become a strong team fighter until you've got 2 or 3 items. The Furion, not the best team fighter either. Wrath of Nature being buffed up so many times does help.
This TNC, they've evolved this playstyle. And I can't imagine them trying this against any other team. Because Secret also, I mean, they've got a Midas on their lifestealer, so why not?
Yeah, the Sven going for The Hanamitis Lifestealer knows this game. He's going to leave it one to speed up the pace, and you can see he's taking the mid-tier 1 tower, pushes in the lane, goes top, takes that tower now.
They're gonna
TNC not bothering to defend and instead just jungling.
They're going to want an early Rosh on the side of Secret.
Yeah.
You want to push the pace of this game. If you're not going to do it in the laning phase, it's come in the form of the mid game. We'll also see that the Lifestealer has the armlet, like we talked about, queued up. No Radiance build for him this game, which I think is the correct idea.
Yeah.
He's instead going to go for the armlet into the AC because his TA, of course, already has the Deso.
And if you want to be able to take Roshan, those are the perfect towers to take when you're on Radiant side, right? The mid-tier 1 and the safe lane tier 1 are some of the best towers for controlling that Roshan area.
Normally, though, when you take these towers, you hopefully want to get some aggressive vision in onto the triangle. Because right now, that's where Sven and Alk are splitting time.
Yeah.
And what makes Sven, for me, so broken is that he can farm like this, but he can wear so many different hats. He can have the farm, but he can also, with just 2 items, run at you non-stop. And that's why I think the Midas build is so good on him. You're going to get down.
Cuckoo could potentially turn around here. He's going to be saved from some magic damage to the Fate's Edict.
Wanted it.
You know, if you just had one core that could actually play with the Legion Commander, you know, you could go for those kind of duels. But as it's just kind of an Oracle showing up, Sven and Alchemist, we don't have time for that.
We are just going to farm.
They hate creeps.
It's Gabby. I think he realized.
Maybe going to go the dive here. There's going to be the Winter Wyvern coming in. It's great Winter's Curse set up. They're going to be able to grab right next to the Sven. So he starts making, he didn't manage to get the Warcry off, so Cuckoo's not going to die right away.
Great fight
He's
for
going to be taken
Secret.
by the Oracle underneath this tier 1 tower. The disaster for TNC. Cuckoo's going to be able to get away with a TP. Is he actually going to heal up enough? It looks like he will. Cuckoo, thanks to the bottle as well as the Fountain Regen, will be fine, but Team Secret can just keep moving fast like this. They get a successful tower defense, win a fight there, 4-man smoke up, move to the other side of the map, and lit it. Mid 1, pressure another tower, just like he's been doing all game.
Really like this move by them. And protecting each other. Wyvern, a very good counter to the Sven right there. And the Winter's Curse, even though it didn't get the kill, it bought them enough time for everyone to filter in.
Yeah.
TNC felt like they had to make some sort of move to get some map openings for Alchemist. The idea being, you kill the Rubik right there, you take the tower, all of a sudden your Alch has another space in the map to farm, so does your Sven.
What did we do with that smoke? It doesn't look like they got a ton of aggressive vision down. I guess they just got positioning where everyone can spread across the map and start farming and pushing in lanes again.
Yeah, but this is still a very late Radiance.
Yes,
I remember I played
is.
a pub game with Kyle and Insania, and he asked us, he's like, guys, is a 16-minute Radiance treads on Alk good? And we were like, no, we probably lost.
And did you lose?
Yes, Kyle was a terrible Alk. Anytime anybody asks me, like, is a post 14-minute Radiance any good? No.
And Armel is going to suffer the same fate, it seems.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
He's
attack.
still, I mean, his laning phase just got so crushed. Not being able to get that early level 6, then the TA taking that hard camp stack really ruins him as well.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of just doing this, like, guerrilla hit run style, get into the jungle, deny this. And the early Rosh, as mentioned,
Radiant's bottom
An early Roshan like this feels so good. Not just for this timing, but the timing of the second Roshan. That's
Yeah.
actually something you could go and maybe hit a tier 3.
and there's 2 ways to stop the Alk again. It either ruin his laning phase, which they sort of did. Like, you win the laning phase all round, or you just get into this mid-game situation where you're super strong.
Radiant's
Tim's,
bottom tower is under
Maybe,
attack.
maybe he saw this coming a while away. And the Roshan line, he already had that queued up with a little surrender white flag.
Yeah, he knew. It
He
was,
knew going into this game that they were not going to be.
you're not contesting
Radiant's
Rosh.
bottom
That's,
tower has fallen.
and it's the funny part about Alk strats, because Dota's such a fluid game, but Alk strats mean there's only one thing happening,
Yeah.
and that's let your Alchemist farm with this Radiance, give up objectives, and they're going to get aggressive here.
They do it. The press attack telepiece immediately afterwards. There's another strong dispel coming out from AU as he managed to get the false prompt. Saw this damage over time on the mid one. It's bringing him low, bringing him fast. Almost enough to finish off that
30
but
HP.
right now, Winter's Curse onto the Alchemist to make sure he can't pursue the rest of TMC. And that semicircle around Armel, they're going to lead things off. They're going to try and go for Puppy. There is going to be the Cold Embrace. They just stall things out on non-stop. And Niche is quite low. They're going to go for the duel onto him. He does have the open wound, so he's life stealing a good amount, but eventually they do win that duel for the Legion Commander. So they couldn't finish off the Aegis for mid one, but they do at least buy themselves 30 seconds where the Lifestealer is dead, and
It's what it
TNT
just-
can return to farming.
That felt like a sloppy fight. from
Yes.
Secret. They go under the Alk in a tier 2. They use the Winter Curse to try to engage, but Nisha didn't really get the memo, so he turns back around to try to get aggressive. But he's all by himself, and Cuckoo with great positioning.
Oh,
They're
now
gonna find
Pupp's out of
here.
position. They chain stun him. Even the little bit extra nukes coming out from the Oracle.
They can't afford to lose heroes like this. This is their
No,
Aegis
absolutely
timer.
not. They especially can't let their backline be attacked first, as that Radiance Burn is hurting. It's turning bad. Yaps are trying to get away. The Splinter Blast to be able to slow down Cuckoo. They do manage to get that Fortune Send spell immediately on the open wound, so Cuckoo's going to be okay. Manage to run away from Lifestealer just in time. Mid one's going to come back in, saying lay the death. So careful, Cuckoo! Careful! Side blade hit! Tips was dead, but mid one picks up the extra kill on the
He's gonna
Cuckoo.
get
Now
three.
he's gonna get 8 as well. Mid one grabs the Desolator and shows up big time for the team fight.
It's one of those situations where you expect the other guy to move, and
Yeah.
neither of them did. Mid one got the freest lineup of his life, and all of a sudden, they can broach this high ground now. The Alk has to come back. He has to start being in front here with his acid spray, and this wouldn't be possible if they were able to pop that 30 HP T with Aegis.
Yeah.
They wouldn't risk this.
They can't give up their tier 3 this early. If they lose their tier 3,
That's the
Shrines, that's going to be huge. Red attack going on Armel. He's taking so much damage. Get with the range a little bit more. Not quite enough. He is going to be able to get back. And mid one's going to lose his Aegis life. That's a successful goal for Cuckoo. Once again, Tim, Gabby, AU going for that backline as quick as possible. They've already killed Gabzor. They're going to scare away Zai to make sure that mid one has no help. He's going to die here. There goes the Winter's Curse. Zai's going to TP away. But again, such good positioning by TNC coming in, getting the squishy heroes, killing Yapzor, and pushing Zai back so he couldn't get a good Winter's Curse or a good Cold Embrace.
And they didn't have vision from behind. So everybody from TNC, they just backstab. They can't follow the TA in that situation. Very nice duel by Cuckoo. Isolates him from the rest of the squad.
Yeah,
Very good.
they chose for that push. They put the ward up onto the high ground inside the base instead of trying to get vision on their shrine.
Yeah, you need the triangle right there. And TNC, I mean, a free fight for them. And the worst feeling is you know that you can't make these kinds of mistakes. That was your Aegis fight. You take that tier 3 tower, you're backing, you're able to take the shrines, and that move just can't be possible. But we see here again as the
The
spell.
lineup there.
I mean, Cuckoo
Tim's,
thought that
just
Tim's
run
was
left,
gonna go
man.
up.
Yeah, just run left, run up. Like, just... He probably may have caught him still with Force Staff. And what do you think of that choice? I wanted to talk about it, but then the game sped up so much.
I mean, the idea is that he wants her to be Viking with this event.
Yeah.
So they're gonna maybe find Puppy here. Half duel.
They do have Zai closing in. He doesn't have Winter's Curse to duel. Cold Embrace, they're going to be able to make sure that Cuckoo doesn't get the extra damage. Might even save Puppy here, or at least significantly delay his death. But Gabby, he doesn't want the Ogre. He wants Zai. He wants that Winter's wife. But unfortunately, the Winter's Curse
But
goes
Armel
down.
dies.
Armel, a Telekinesis and a Desolator mid one. That's enough to quickly kill that Alchemist in mid lane.
Yeah, with the acid spray. What they were trying to do is they were afraid of Zai, so they split up, but they just didn't have enough damage. Most of their damage is physical. Both of their cores only dealing physical damage. So I think that's the main reason they picked this Wyvern core. They're not trying to do it in the DPS form with the Arctic Burn. It's more just a countermeasure to disrupt the burst damage of Sven, which I think is a really good idea, especially when Sven gets BKB.
Radiant's
I feel like from this point onward, Alchemist just has to have good Cold Embrace before the stun. He has to have no Winter's Curse. There's Dice. Yapzor was there fast enough with a Blink Dagger.
Secret riding the ship right now. They're going to get the BKB on the TA. They really need that for those high ground attempts. Tim's not going to get gone on. He's going to go for the TP out. Should be just fine. Not enough damage on this dealer just yet, as there's a lot of armor on this Nature's Prophet, and he's going to start building even more. Going to try to go for the Solar Crest. It's all about keeping this Alk alive. He has the Vlads for that armor. I really like Secret's idea right now with the mass minus armor. Got a medallion on Puppy, a Deso on your TA, an AC queued up on this Lifestealer. It's usually where Alk's very weak, the armor department. And instead of going for the Octarine, that's why he's going to go for the Shivas. He understands that he has to pivot 8 to 20 minutes. Of course, anytime you're close in net worth to an Alk lineup, that usually feels like you're winning.
TNC did this last with Tim's opting some vision, loving that side high ground, just to make sure they can take a good team fight here.
Still anyone's game right now. Secret with the net worth lead.
The GPM of the Winter Wyvern plus the Splinter Blast farming. Do have a Spirit Vessel against the Alpha. He's got Manta though.
He needs armor though.
Yeah.
That's really where his hero lacks at this point.
That means we'll probably, do you think next item Shiva's right?
Yeah.
Usual build? That
BKB is finished by mid 1. This is going to be their timing right now. I don't think that you're necessarily waiting for very many items. Nisha to AC.
Oh, they're setting up on the Lifestealer right now, but they need the Legion Commander, and she's the last one to teep in right now. Nisha should just be able to at least infest and buy himself sometime. Jumps into one of these treants. He can't really take control of it, so he's just going to have to run the treants backwards, but that's long enough for Secret to get here. They're going to be able to get to Kuku immediately. Kills him. Now the Infest pop out to be able to slow down Armel. He is going to get this Dispel. Can turn around, go for the Unconscious, but he's stunned up first. May actually stun himself. In fact, he just died because of the damage of mid-one. Gets the back line. They're going to get the Nature's Prophet here. Tim's showed himself for a moment. They immediately pounce on him. TNC getting bodied in so many fights now.
That was so well done by Secret. And it was just Nisha urging his teammates to come, and they have a Siege Wagon to continue this push to. With no Alk for 30 to defend this tower, Secret should go for the high ground.
Yeah, the Sven immediately went to cut the creep waves, but it only takes one creep to take down backdoor protection. They could go for the tier 3 in mid, finish that off nice and easy.
And you saw him AU with the ulti onto the Alk illusion.
Oh,
That feels so bad as they're going to make their move onto the Nature's Prophet.
Tim's, he's dead. No press the attack from Kuku, and Alchemist up in 2 seconds, but this melee barracks will fall.
The Alk is coming back with Secret.
And with BKB on mid one, he can certainly commit here. Kuku dropping low. Armel finally showing up and pushing Secret back. Yeah, he is right behind it with the Blink Dagger. Does manage to get the successful stun on Lifestealer, but they can't commit for him because of the AC.
And it's the Wyvern that makes these fights so complicated for TNC. This was a brilliant pick. It makes it so they can't just run in with the Sven like they're used to. In the previous game, Gabby just has a free anybody.
Yeah,
He gets in melee range, fights no problem, the rest of his team can come in. But when you have 3 melee cores against Wyvern, it means they can't ever be together going on the same target. You have to kill Zai first. Zai's being very intelligent with his positioning in these team fights, being very far away. In fact, letting his supports run for him. And that's also where the Ogre pick synergizes with the rest of the lineup. Because Ogre's one of the few supports that can run in like that, tank some damage, frontline for you.
Is under attack.
Mid one, he's done so much work from dominating that mid lane matchup and then just going around and taking all the towers. Has assisted in taking mid lane. Now the tier 3 atop is going to fall.
This is looking very good for Secret. Normally, when you play against these Alk lineups and you make the mistake they did in the mid lane, that usually just spells doom for your team. That's usually the point where you've lost the game. The timing is hit, but kept up quite nicely as TNC are looking for a fight. Now they're all smoked up. Mid one still has the 10-second BKB. Still in a very
smoke up. They can get onto their own high ground, but instead they're going to cut through. They go straight for mid one, trying to get 20 minutes to get a fresh refraction up.
That's so much
disaster for Gabby. Kuku is now dead as well. You can see these heroes with this minus armor stacking up. The tanky Sven, the tanky Legion Commander, they just immediately.
The Sven was paper right there.
Yeah.
You didn't even really think that he had War Cry. That was in like 3 hits. And they're definitely getting another set of racks here.
Yeah, there's no question about that, I think. Yeah, gonna back and both no Kuku. Actually, they lost AU as well, so he's also gonna have to buy back here. And even though they all bought back, they just can't get to that melee barracks in time. Another one falls.
And that's a 10k lead now. A lot of buybacks committed. Secret just need one little push to win this game.
This has always been the danger. Team Secret. I think their playstyle is only one way, but they're talented enough and experienced enough to be able to pull off a different look.
Yeah, TNC did force them to try something different for game 2 and game 3. But Secret, they only needed one game to figure it out.
Yeah. And another Roshan too, so that's very early Aegis and Cheese.
And TNC said, be more aggressive. That's the only way you're going to beat us. And Secret said, so be it.
Well, we gotta take the fast win.
How fast
Guess we'll
will he
take
die
it.
here?
Gabby. Very dead. Winter's Curse to make sure they get the extra hero every single time. Cuckoo's trying to get there to press the attack. Fortunately, he didn't take any damage. He was able to instantly blink during that Winter's Curse timing. So he is okay.
That's still 67 seconds down, though, for the Sven. And I really hope how Kyle talks about how everyone itemized on the side of Secret.
Yeah.
They went all in for this mid-game concept, this minus armor idea. And they were just like, Zai, we don't need you to deal damage. We just need you to sit behind people, get Winter's Curse off, get your Cold Embrace. That's your only job this game. They're like, we don't even need you to do it offensively. In a way, it's like their reset, but...
Yeah,
Radiant's
absolutely.
top tower is under
Or their
attack.
+1 button when they get a successful kill, they can always catch one more.
This is the opposite of greed. You have
Yeah.
a core that is solely designed to only team fight.
Yeah. I mean, against 3 cores that only really do physical damage. In fact, it even has a physical damage nuke.
Radiant's top
You've got a
tower
4 position that mostly does physical damage in the Furion.
Yeah, TNC had no idea that this was going to happen because they picked the 2 supports. They're going to run to Cuckoo here. He's out so fast.
Armel trying to get away. Caught, bashed up by Nisha. Gonna try and go for Nisha here. He does have a rage, though, and he's got Cheese in his back pocket. Team Secret not gonna let up for a minute.
Armel decided to go for the Blink Dagger because I think he knows he has to get to the back line. What does it matter if he has a plate mail? That saves him for what, 2-3 hits max?
Yeah.
And the crux of the issue is they just can't deal damage because of this Wyvern. And again, it's set up in the draft where, you know, you have this, you have the 2 supports, and this, I think the secret is they just tell Zai, like, hey, you probably haven't played this kind of Wyvern before, but just do it. Because Puppy's telling him it's the perfect pick.
Yeah. Only having played that core Wyvern once before, and it was just before this tournament. You do have the, even if he gets the BKB on Sven, right? BKB Sin tries to go
It's
for
the
something.
armor problem.
As long as the Winter Wyvern is the one who's stuck, you can Winter's Curse the Sven to allow them to disengage, or you can just Cold Embrace.
Yep. Reset.
Dire's bottom
Put a
tower
Lotus Orb on mid one. Let him do his damage. They could just keep on pulling like this. TNC eventually be forced into a move.
And again, look at the positioning. Everyone hanging so far behind. They're allowing mid one to just go forward.
And he's desperately trying to farm up his BKB. He's got it now. So we're gonna see a big move from TNC. They're gonna need the perfect kind of initiation.
They need to go for the back line.
Zai
Armel-
is so far back there on a high ground area.
Armel has to just blink past everybody.
We're gonna start off poking in mid one here, but now they'll force that forward. Going for Tim's. Tim's got the 3-minute stormbolt. Beautiful setup with the side blade. Oh, get vaporized. They do manage to get to the back line with Gabby, but there's that Winter's Curse and Cold Embrace. He's entirely countered during his full BKB duration here. Backs up towards the end of it. Now Cuckoo trying to get the C-tag. He's dead as well. Armel, last hurrah for him as he just jumps in and dies immediately. TNC call it.
Mid one just out here executing fools.
Very well done. Team T. Dominant game 1, dominant game 3 rather.
And you expect nothing